So, what do you like the most in your character and dislike? Do you have something in common with that?
Probably the thing I like most about playing Fat Amy is because she's so confident, like she's overly confident, which you can get a lot of comedy out of. And she's very sassy. And when she sings in the movie, like she just always belts out what she sings, which is really fun to do. You never like singing softly and sweetly. It's always like, ah! Which is really, really fun. And I kind of think... I mean, Fat Amy wasn't initially written like me. I mean, initially it was an American girl, and it was a bit different. But when the original director, Jason Moore, asked me to put more of my own personality into it, I just kind of ran with that and improvised a lot of stuff in the first movie, which kind of means I guess Fat Amy is a bit similar to me. I think I'm much more sensible in real life, but certainly like I can be confident at times.
In Super Fun Night, lingerie scene, and in Pitch Perfect 2, use a lot of self-mockery. And
like self-depreciation humor, yeah.
And is it one of your force?
Well, I think when you're doing comedy, if you can make fun of yourself first, that kind of allows you to make other jokes about other people because at the end of the day, you're making fun of yourself the most. And so sometimes I think I'd much prefer to make a joke about myself because you don't really want to offend people. And if you show that you're very lighthearted and you're just making fun of yourself, then it's easier to make fun of other people.
And could you tell us about your big and hilarious moment, the opening scene?
The flashy opening.
Sorry?
So before going to Baton Rouge in Louisiana, I trained for 5 weeks just to do that 40-second stunt routine. And my coach, Aloysia, she has her own Cirque school and has been in a number of Cirque du Soleil shows. And they weren't sure whether I could do it because it's quite tricky. So I was put through like a test on the first day, and if I couldn't achieve it, they were going to do a completely different opening. And I was like, no, I want to do it. I think it's going to be like really funny in the movie. So I had to like hang upside down. I had to like show some flexibility or like the ability that I could be trained to be able to do it. And luckily I passed the tests on day one, and then I did train for 5 weeks, and it was a lot of stretching so that you could bend your back and stuff. And I was quite proud of myself for doing it because really they couldn't get a stunt double my size. There's no girls my size that do those aerial acrobatics in Hollywood. So I was quite proud of myself that I could do it, and then it goes in the movie. Yeah, thanks.
You have an impressive voice. Did you have singing experience?
Yeah, I mean, I'm no Adele. I'm kind of like an actor that can just sing. I was in an a cappella all-girls singing group at high school, called 12 Voice. It was much dorkier than the Bellas. Like, we sang at weddings and funerals. And it wasn't as good as in Pitch Perfect. And I also did like high school musicals as well. But I think I just love singing because it's so joyous, and you can just, I'm always singing. When I was in boarding school, I would just always sing like Disney songs and drive the other girls crazy. But I'm not like a trained proper singer. Yeah.
You got another big moment in the movie on the boat.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about it?
Well, I loved that Fat Amy gets to have the love storyline in the second movie. And the day I filmed my very emotional love scene, which is cut down, you can't really tell in the movie, my pants were actually a bit see-through that day. I think because it was sweating a lot. It was 40 degrees. It was very, very hot that day. And I'm there rowing, running up an embankment. In the footage, they noticed that my pants were a bit see-through. So a lot of the kissing and stuff at the end, rolling on the grass, was cut because it was too racy. But that day, it was me and Adam like the whole day, just like having fun, and I was so sweaty, like I was so disgusting. If you look like my hair is all messed up. I don't look very glamorous at all in that scene, but it was really fun. I was also impressed that I could stand up and paddle, and I paddled a long way.
Yes,
There's bits that don't end up in the movie, but I paddled a long, long way while singing, and the song was done live as well. A lot of the group numbers are pre-recorded, but because the action, there was no way to match it every take because we were at different points on the lake and stuff, so it was done live, which was fun. Even me and Adam, who sing like a little duet, I mean, that was just live and our own kind of harmonies in that, which I thought was good that we pulled that off as the comedians of the cast.
And for choreography, you work separately and then together, or always together?
For the rehearsals?
For all the choreography?
Yeah, together. So we have a 4-week boot camp. So first I did the 5-week circus training, and then we do 4 weeks of boot camp in Louisiana. And yeah, all the Bellas were together. So normally we do like choreography in the mornings and then singing in the afternoons, or recording our sections of the song in the recording studio. Yeah, but it was always together. Also, our choreographer, AJ, who's an amazing choreographer who worked with Justin Bieber and Usher, he would make us do like physical exercises just for like strength training and stuff, like sit-ups, running. He would kind of torture us like that. Yeah, but it was all as a group. We all had to do it.
How was the atmosphere on the set? Did you sing outside the set?
Yeah, we often sing. We get in a van, and we're always driving in the one van, like to set and away from set. And we do like to sing a lot. I think the girls, like in the group, we're all very different. We're all from very different walks of life, but we get on really well. So it's a very fun atmosphere. Sometimes, because our shooting days on the second movie really were like 16 hours a day, so sometimes there's like a bit of tension, but it doesn't really last that long because we do love each other and we love working together.
You get such a romance in the movie with Adam.
Yeah.
And did it get well? And
What?
did you make some kind of joke with Adam? Well, like, did you eat some garlic or something?
Oh, you know what? So before we do the kissing scenes, the hair and makeup ladies have breath mints on them in their little like fanny packs, and they give us the breath mints because I eat a lot of stuff with garlic. Like I love garlic, and it keeps your immune system great, and you forget sometimes you got a kissing scene, and sometimes you have to kiss the whole day, and I have to have lunch. And garlic bread is delicious. So I did eat a lot of garlic. But I would, as a courtesy to Adam, have the breath mints. And also, not all the cast does this, but I brush my teeth at lunchtime as well. Not all actors do that, but I do like to brush my teeth just in case. Yeah.
And you have a great kiss palmarès. Ben Stiller, Sacha Baron Cohen.
I know. I've kissed a lot of my co-stars in movies recently.
About George Clooney, Brad Pitt. You're pretty close with Channing Tatum.
Yeah. Channing has felt my boobs before. Because I wrote a scene in which he had to do that. But yeah, I get a lot of action on screen, which is really fun. And I mean, I'm quite a conservative girl in real life, but I play often these confident characters, so you just have to go for it. I will say in the Sacha Baron Cohen movie, that's not me naked though. That is a body double, because I have to draw the line somewhere. And so kissing is fine, but nudity is like a bit too much. Yeah, but they're all very good kisses, and it's always, it's always professional. Yeah, Adam actually was at the time of the movie was going out with another girl in the Bellas. And so sometimes I was like, I don't want to make the kisses too passionate, just in case. Yeah.
You very often through funny character. You crack us up every time. Did you want to make a drama? You dream of an Oscar, I think.
Yeah, I have been. I did dramatic roles on stage in Australia, but I definitely went 100% with the comedy when I came to America. Just because I feel like that was one of my big strengths. But I definitely want to do serious movies, and I have almost been cast in some. It's gotten close, but it hasn't worked out. But because when I was younger and I had this dream that I won an Oscar, and doing movies like Pitch Perfect, even though they're like the funnest movies, you're never going to win an Oscar for that. So I have to play like the real serious murderers or something to do that, which I will, and people will be shocked. Because they like seeing me and are used to seeing me in comedies. But, I mean, you have to try. But the good thing about doing comedies right now is that it's just so much fun.
You said you improvised on the first movie. Did you improvise as well on this one?
Yeah. I get Adam and I have a similar background in comedy. We both do stand-up comedians and done sketch comedy and improv comedy, and it's a certain kind of different skill set in a way. But with these modern comedies, like if you don't improvise, it comes off really stale if you're just doing the script every take. And so we'll always do the script because Kay Cannon, our writer, she's so funny and she has so many good jokes. But then it's almost like you get a bit bored and you want to entertain your co-stars or try to make the director laugh. So I always like to bring different jokes in every different take. I don't like repeating the same jokes because then it can get too stale.
It was different on the set of the second movie with Elizabeth Banks as a director?
Yeah, it was different for a number of reasons. One, because we filmed in the middle of summer, the second movie, so it was really, really hot. And then also the first one, we had Jason Moore, who's a big Broadway director, and then in the second one, Elizabeth, who's got a totally different energy, but also there was so much more expectations with the second one. So I think there was a lot more pressure, and we really wanted to get it right.
You announced a Pitch Perfect 3.
Oh yeah, accidentally announced.
I wasn't supposed
to say anything. But sometimes being Australian, I'm very candid. I was like, oh yeah, it's not 100% definite. But really, though, they will see how the reaction is to the second movie before, finalising anything. But the girls and I have joked that we're going to go to the Intergalactic Championships in the third movie and go sing against aliens. I don't think that will be it. But I think that we have such a fun time making these films, and the fans have been so nice to us, and so I would love to create more movies because there's more stories to tell.
And would you like to continue the adventure for a long time?
Yeah. I mean, it could turn into a Fast and Furious-like franchise. We could also put some cars in the next movie and Vin Diesel as well. Maybe he sings. But, it's just so much fun. Sometimes it's not even like work because you're just singing with your friends. And it is really, really fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.